From political shakeups to headline-grabbing scandals, South Africa has had no shortage of explosive moments this year. Now we bring you a wrap of IOL stories that captured the nation's attention and kept the people talking. These are the stories that shaped conversations, shifted public sentiments, and made waves across the country. Welcome to the IOL News Countdown of the top 10 most compelling news events of the year. Coming in at number 10 is Floyd Shivambu's exit from the MK party after he was so adamant that he would never leave. Shivambu, who was formerly the EFF's deputy president, joined the Umkhonto weSizwe in August 2024 after leaving the EFF, which he co-founded in 2013. His time in the MK party was short-lived when he was expelled in June 2025 following internal dissent. Many members of the party opposed his inclusion, and he was removed as Secretary General after attending a church service in Malawi led by none other than Shepherd Bushiri.
And the other thing is that I'll never resign from Umkhonto weSizwe, even if I am not in any of its leadership structures. I did not join Umkhonto weSizwe to lead it. I joined Umkhonto weSizwe to be a member, to campaign for its ideals and
Coming up at number 9, we have the US President Donald Trump's controversial claims of white genocide during the Oval Office meeting with President Ramaphosa. Trump ambushed President Cyril Ramaphosa by playing him a video that he claimed proved white genocide is being committed in South Africa, driving farmers to flee to the US. The sudden stunt transformed the Oval Office into a stage for Trump's long-running claims of white precision in South Africa.
Legislature.
Let me clarify that.
Yeah,
let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
take land. And then when they take the land...
For number 8, we have the Jocelyn Smith's case. Jocelyn disappeared on February 19, 2024 from her home in Middlebury, Diasville, while in the care of her mother's boyfriend, Jacqueline Apollos. Her mother, Kelly Smith, later told the police that she had left the 6-year-old at the time with her boyfriend while she went to work, but when she returned, her daughter was gone. On the 5th of March, the police arrested Smith, Apollos, and their friend, Steffi van Brain, charging them with kidnapping and trafficking. In May, the trio was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. At number 7, we have the G20. So South Africa hosted the 2025 G20 summit in Johannesburg, the very first one to be hosted on African soil. A lot of issues transpired, including the South African government revealing that the United States will not be allowed to attend the G20's Leaders Summit by sending its embassies to receive the presidency gravel from President Cyril Ramaphosa, and the US questioning of the legitimacy of the G20 summit.
We did not deny anyone access. The United States is a member of the G20, and if they want to be represented, they can still send anyone at the right level. It's the Leaders Summit. The right level is head of state. It's a special envoy appointed by the president of that country. It could also be a minister, and we've always been open, so we have not denied anyone. What we have said, because it's an officials level in terms of that issue, is that DERCO accept the fact that the US is going to be taking over this platform of the G20, and we welcome that they want to take it over. they can come at our offices and the right level officials will hand over the G20 to the American officials.
Coming in at number 6, we have none other than KwaZulu-Natal top cop Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. So during a media briefing on July 6, Mkhwanazi shook the country when he revealed explosive information implicating political figures and high-ranking officials in a series of crimes and corruptions.
He accused Mchunu of meddling in police operations.
On the instruction of the Minister of Police to disband the team. This was done without the authority of the National Commissioner.
2. Mkhwanazi says senior police, prosecutors, judges and politicians implicated.
I can tell South Africans that this decision was a cause for the disbandment letter of this team because they overstepped their mandate of only focusing in KZN. They went to support Gauteng Organized Crime Unit with the dismantling of a criminal syndicate.
3. Minister's associate, Mr. Magotsi, deep in police business.
He attaches a police letter and he attaches a copy of the occurrence book, a register that is used at the police station that's supposed to only be accessed by police officers.
4. The 300 million rand SAPS contract, Sibia, Magotsi, Minister and Tenders, Matlala's cell phone arrest sparked cell phone analysis, which uncovers web of corruption and damning WhatsApp convos.
On the 14th of May this year, 2025, the task team arrested Vusi Muzi, who is also known as Cat Matlala, for an attempted murder ×3. Is an individual who was awarded a police contract of over 360 million rand in 2024. An analysis was conducted on electronic communication of this arrested person. This analysis reveals communication between the arrested Vusimus at Ket Matlala, Mr. Brown Mokhotsi, an associate of the Minister of Police, as well as the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu.
Number 5 is former Police Minister Bheki Cele, who delivered his testimony before the Parliament's ad hoc committee. In his testimony, he admitted to knowing attempted murder accused entrepreneur Vusumuzi Cat Matlala very well.
One thing that took me aback in the meeting of Zimbabwe is when I saw his protection guys. And I began to say that looks like there are faces I know here. What nearly made me fall down is when he told me that some of those guys, 23 of them, has recruited them from Special Task Force of the Army. I said to myself, what is this? He has taken 23 of the Special Task Force of the Army to guard him.
They're even recruiting some of our best, highly trained officers.
Let's see, I'm giving you the story that scared me. Why I'm scared of this story is because I've spoken to Nhlanhla earlier on and gave me the information that we have lost 56 members of the Special Task Force of Police to the taxi industry. 56. Now, I'm told that to train one member of the Special Task Force is 1.1 million to be all-rounder. One. We have guys who say, Commissioner, we have a leeway here of dealing with this 56. We had 3 meetings with them. The last meeting was in HR where we were preparing to bring them back. Not all of them that came back, but a big chunk came back. The leeway was that special task guys, both army and police, they have a special allowance. The special allowance is started same level, both of them at 6,000 some years ago. Soldiers have moved to quite a high, I don't know whether to say the figure where they've moved. They've moved there as a special allowance. And the police have stayed there at the bottom. So we agreed with the National Commissioner that move them up where they are, which is more than 20,000 from 6,000. And then agreed, and they said, Minister, with pleasure, if you're taking care of us, we'll go back home. By the time I left, so they were being processed, quite several of them, they were going back to the police. Well, I heard Minister Mchunu said he has fixed the matters of the special forces. No, that process started when it was there. But it was going to start with special forces, goes with the NIU and the cats. Cats are not too many, and then goes to the TROT, that few that are still there. Now, with that process, SC, comes information that 23 of the army now are in the payroll of a private guy called Matlala. Anyway, I began to see them at the funeral, Honorable Malema. I began to see them at the funeral where we were together. I said, I know these voices, but at that funeral there were more guns and flowers.
Which funeral is that?
That was Mswazi. The guy called him Mswazi Mnisi, who was a taxi guy. So there were more guns and flowers. And I said to them, what is everyone you were hitting?
It's Guns and Roses.
Maybe guns, but there were more guns. So because it was a big guy in the taxi industry, many of taxi guys, they came with helicopters in that funeral. They did not drive. Honorable Julius will remember there were many helicopters.
At number 4, we have former EMPD City Manager Imogen Mashazi's appearance before the Matlala Commission of Inquiry. From putting lipstick to sticking her tongue out, pulling faces, laughing, scrolling on her phone, to challenging the inquiry, former Ekurhuleni City Manager Imogen Mashazi's appearance made the people talk.
Please place your full names on record, Doctor. Your full names on record, please.
Okay. My full names are Mabukanyo Imogen Mashazi.
Do you affirm that the evidence you are going to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I'm not a lawyer. Any legal document that come to me, I must refer it to corporate and legal. Hence, we have that department. So whatever advice sitting here, I think the opinion, it was their opinion then, at that point. But looking at the serious allegation now, I feel the HOD should come and talk to the opinion. If I was misled, I will accept.
Okay, we will take the offer and we will invite the head of legal accordingly. My particular interest.
In third place, we have suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu's appearance before the Matlala Commission of Inquiry. Mchunu's testimony came amid serious allegations, claiming that he may have aligned himself with criminal networks and used his political influence to protect individuals under criminal investigation.
Just look at bullet point 1 on page 259. 258 is where the note starts. So on 259, bullet 1.
Bullet 1.
Yes. When you took your decision on 31 December 2024, were you aware that the mandate of the PKTT had been extended to deal with cases involving the killings of traditional leaders?
When I wrote
yes
the
disbandment letter.
Yes, we were aware.
Were you aware?
Yes.
Now, how did you think they were going to fulfill that mandate if they were already disbanded?
How did I?
How did you think or expect that they would fulfill that mandate if you wanted them disbanded?
it would be through murder and robbery.
But murder and robbery already existed when the mandate was extended to include the killings of traditional leaders.
That is exactly all of them.
But Minister, your task team, or the new task team, Taxi Violence of 2024, undermines that consideration, because you do have an alternative. You do have a murder and robbery division in the Eastern Cape. They were not effective. What you did not do, you did not put in resources to murder and robbery to enhance their ability to do this. You in fact formed a new team, and they took funds that were not budgeted for. So the financial concern you raise about PKTT is equally valid for your Eastern Cape taxi.
In second place, we have Brown Mokgotzi's appearance before the Matlala Commission of Inquiry. Brown Mokgotzi claimed that he was a crime intelligence agent working undercover through Handler to gain information about South Africa's underworld. He told the commission that he has been an SAPS informant since 1999.
The point is that it is clear that General Bheki Cele, he knew Vose Mosik had Matlala beforehand, because this presentation was done in 2018. And when the source says General Bheki Cele is having an interest in this tender, you'll ask him, but why are you saying that? What do you have? He'll say, no, with the information that is coming, go and check, but I know they are talking or they are meeting. He'll just give you a draft information as to this is Matlala. A meeting was arranged on 7 December 2024, during which Matlala vented his frustrations regarding the SAPS tender. He intimated interior that SAPS had not made payments to him with reference to the tender. But after the meeting, and in December, I received a call from Matlala saying, because I think I must emphasize on 32 that this was a telephonic call, and then after I received the second call, that's when we met with Matlala, saying that I should speak to Mchunu, as he and his wife have been assaulted by members of the PKTT. He indicated that he was intent on and was indeed attempting to open a criminal case regarding the incident at SAPS Brooklyn. He was, however, unsuccessful due to the fact that the SAPS refused to open a docket and receive the complaint.
So, and in first place, we have attempted murder accused businessman Vusumuzi Matlala's appearance before the Parliament's ad hoc committee. Matlala appeared before the committee draped in luxury designer clothes after his flopped last-minute attempts at trying to escape the hot seats. He revealed a lot of information, including how he smuggled cash payments in a Woolworths bag.
Sawubona baba Matlala. Sawubona. Laphila fethu. Ngiyaphila. Hayi ngiyaphila. Sorry. Between ubaba Cele no Mkhotho banokudabula inyuku ebhaya.
Ubaba Cele.
Dabulile. Ama-chain njengawo mfethu. It's very painful ukubona udonsa ama-chain gcoke kahle. I would have wished ukuthi umuntu omnyama abe as successful as you are. I hope impi yakho mfethu iphele makuwukuthi bayakusukela bonke laba bakusukelayo sidile nabo. If it happens ukuthi you get a chance mfethu ukuthi usitshele ezinye izinto eziqiniso zalabantu abasimoshela iCountry kabuhlungu kanje, the likes of lezi zinto eshiyo ngabo babucele. We trusted babucele kakhulu makakhuluma ngesiphoyisa udlula onke labantu abababiza ngabo minister minister Mchunu no Khashala Shem kuyazizamela kodwa akulungi. But we want you mfethu ukuthi empilweni yakho kule gasi yakho ushiyele iqiniso eliyosilungisela iCountry. Ngiyakuphaphatha mfethu ukuthi ingane zakho nesibongo saka Matlala nesodlamini ingathi ungasebenzela ekuthenini makubukwa wena kubukwe emuva kuthiwa no ekugcineni le ndoda yaliphakamela iCountry lakubo yayolungisa yabaveza abamoshayo ukuze silungise singazitholi siyiCountry eliphelele. Ube sharp mfethu. Ngiyabonga.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Well, that wraps up our top 10 stories that shaped conversations and interactions. Visit our website at iol.co.za for more stories. I am Mindy Mchali on IOL News.